Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're looking into the disappearance of Kyle Frank Tolley from Lowman, Idaho. What happened to the teenager after a night of camping with friends, it says. I'm back with an older case from I recently moved, got married, honeymoon. I don't know who this is, but it says he was born 1984. He was 17 years old from Idaho. It doesn't talk about where he was living. He was living a transient lifestyle, so you don't know if they're camping out or if that's part of where they're living. They live by camping out, so I don't know. August 17th, he traveled to Pine Flats area in Boise, Idaho. And I don't know if that's a weekday or the weekend. So let's look that up. August 17th, 2001. Why would it do that? Oh, 17th, 2001. It was Friday, so it's Friday. That makes me feel better. I just like to know those things. So it was a Friday, and there was only about 7,000 people living in the entire county. And I don't know if you've lived in a small town like that, but you sneeze, you walk across town, you drive across town. You sneeze, you drive across town. By the time you get to the other end of the town, you run into somebody. They're asking if you want cough syrup because everybody knows everybody. He said it's mostly known for its dense, lush forest, which makes it a lovely camping destination. He was accompanied by his brother's friend, and the wife of one of the men. It doesn't say whose wife it was, which is odd. So all four of them used some unspecified drug and began hallucinating. And it talks about it like it might have been peyote, which I doubt. But the way they go on about them being out of their mind, it could have been pot. It could have been shrooms. It could have been acid. But I don't know. It could have just been hot. They could have smoked weed. Who knows what they did? Allegedly, Kyle told the group that he was going to find a McDonald's and left the campsite. Now, the cops get there. Does everybody run and scatter when they see the cops? Or, I don't know. So, and does she tell them that he went to McDonald's to get them to stop looking so he doesn't get arrested, or what? I don't know. So the following morning, that's what they got the call. Three guys were acting really weird. According to the caller, the law enforcement arrived. They arrested Kyle's brother and his friend, who was reportedly out of their minds. The wife was found about 400 yards away. She was reported also to be high but coherent. When questioned, she reported the story about Kyle wandering off to a McDonald's. Is he going to wander off to McDonald's, or was there somebody else with another car that would have given him a ride? Because he's not going to walk. McDonald's is way too far. So, and they've got a car. Is he going to hitchhike to McDonald's? I don't know. All three were arrested and booked into jail. So then they get arrested, but he's still there. If he's there, or did he go to McDonald's? Did he hitchhike and go to McDonald's, or is he still there? And if he's still there, so that's what she's 400 yards away. Is that because they tried to, maybe her and Kyle tried to run from the cops or something? So the police returned to the scene to search the car. Now, why didn't they search the car from the get-go? Why did they return to the scene to search the car? Why didn't they search it when they were there? So did they think Kyle was still there? Is that why they returned to the car? And that's another thing. It says Kyle's wallet was in there, which contained $300. Now, during the day, you're out there with your brother's friend, and the wife of one of them. And you've got $300 and you're homeless, living a transient lifestyle. Is your wallet going to be in your pocket close to you with your money close to you? Or are you just going to leave your wallet in the car? And then when you go to sleep, if they're gone and they're arrested and you're still there, would you take your wallet out of your pocket and have it in the car while you're sleeping? So I don't know. And did the cops come back and he was there, he was sleeping, the wallet was there, and he tried to run from the cops, or was he there? Or did he really wander off to try to go to McDonald's in the middle of the night before, or the day before, whatever, and never came back, and leave his wallet behind and not have it in his pocket because he was high out of his mind, so he took his wallet out of his pocket? I don't know. See, I don't get that. Because everybody that I know keeps their wallet in their pocket all the time during the day, unless they are sleeping or something like that. They don't have like 3 or 4 people in the car and take their wallet out and just set it there. Unless it's, I don't know, they don't. Curiously, due to Kyle's, do you trust people that much? I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Because when you're transient, usually you think you'd keep your money close to you, but I don't know. It says his family did not report him missing. Not that his family's tried to report him missing and the cops didn't try to search for him, but his family didn't report him missing until just over 2 years later in 2004. And it's unclear which relative finally called him in. And I don't know, so that's strange. You think his brother would have said, hey, something happened to my brother. Hey, let's go. Where is he, you know? Because that's his brother. That's who he's hanging out with. That's who he's probably spent all his time with. I don't know. Something about that doesn't sound right. To top it off, after the initial reports came into the drag activity, a formal search was not conducted until 2013. So 2013, they finally go looking for Kyle, even after he's reported missing. So the whole thing seems like it's just not right. And this is, what do you think? Do you think he wandered off under the influence to die from exposure? Do you think he hitchhiked out of the area and came into harm? Do you think a tragic accident happened while the group was on drugs? Or the person that called the cops? Do you think the person that called the cops had those people lured out of the area so they could do something to him? Do you think it was a man or something? Or do you think that he was in the car sleeping and the cops came and he ran from the cops and something happened? I don't know. Do you think he hitchhiked and went to McDonald's and there was some serial killer on the loose that got a hold of him? But then why is his wallet in the car? I don't know. See? What do you think? I have so many questions, and no answers. Wondering what happened to him and why nobody went looking for him to see if he was okay. Why did they not report him missing until years later? Did they try to report him missing? And was it the brother's wife or was it the friend's wife? Who was it? And the way this words it words it like, oh, and here, let's look at Pine Flats Campground real quick, if it comes up. It's beautiful, right? Here's Pine Flats. There's Loman Road. Is there a McDonald's near there? Where's the nearest McDonald's, right? Deadwood Campground. That's going to be a long ways from McDonald's, right? Did he ride with somebody to go to McDonald's? If it's a small area and he's grown up in the area, I don't know. It's really strange. I don't think. I don't know how far it is to the nearest McDonald's. If I type that in, will it tell me? And wouldn't they have noticed if he came back from McDonald's that there was McDonald's food or something? Yeah, McDonald's looks like it's really far away. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know the whole story. So maybe, yeah, I find it hard to believe that he went to McDonald's, but I don't know if he was that high. Maybe he thought he was going to McDonald's. I don't know. It's very strange. 17 years old, 5'10", 185. So when you go to Charlie Project and it says he was last seen August 17, 2001, he was camping in Pine Flats area with his brother and a friend. They used drugs. That night, the next day, the police arrested his brother, his friend, and one of the men's wives, all of whom were still under the influence and hallucinating. The woman told police Kyle had run away. The woman told police he ran away in the middle of the night, saying he was going to find a McDonald's restaurant. See, and this one doesn't say she was 400 feet away, found. He left his wallet and $300 cash behind. I wonder where she got that information. Maybe out of a newspaper article or something. He never returned, and he's never been heard from again. He led a transient lifestyle. His family didn't file a missing persons report for 2 years, but authorities conducted a search. They didn't do it until 2013, looking for his remains, but they found nothing. So, and it's got the Garden Valley Daily News. I don't know if that had information, but I feel like I have more questions than answers. So I wonder what happened to him. And if you know anything, whether you feel that it's relevant or not, or you're not sure if it's relevant, there's a phone number for the Boise County Sheriff's Office. So that's really strange, isn't it? Because you know somebody has to know something. Did something happen to him from the drugs, or did he really wander off to go to a McDonald's? Why was his wallet in the car? Did he try to sleep in the car? Did he try to hitchhike? Was it somebody that called the police to try to lure him out? Did something happen while maybe he went to sleep in the car after they left and something happened to him? Or maybe he really took off to go to McDonald's, or maybe she made up the story to cover for him, because you know how it is. Everybody scatters, the cops are there, you know, you don't want everybody to get arrested. And I don't know. I don't understand any of it. I have more questions than answers. So please, what do you think? Do you have questions? Do you have other questions? What do you think might have happened? Because things happen sometimes, you know. Doesn't mean that people are bad. It just means that sometimes something happens, you know. I don't know. So anyway, please feel free to leave your comments and let me know what your thoughts are. Because I don't know. He's out in the middle of nowhere. He's in the middle of nowhere. And what kind of drugs do you think they were? It made it sound like they were so high, they were out of their minds. And I don't know. Do you think he tried to walk to McDonald's? Do you think with no money, do you think he even really knew where McDonald's was from there? Was McDonald's even open? I don't know, I have so many questions. More questions than answers. Anyway, please feel free to leave comments and don't forget to stop and pray for the family. And thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Have a great day. Bye-bye.